There's a chance we may be... Wait, he
Going
told us...
to the same
Go to the
place.
cathedral, he said.
Yeah, so we're just gonna wheel a dead body to the cathedral?
We'll just walk it outside.
Up to you. You mean this basket of potpourri? I don't know what you're talking about. I couldn't possibly.
How many presentations?
Baked cinnamon rolls, fresh bread.
It's a cantrip. How long? But I can only have like 3 going at once.
We'll just let one end and do it again.
Yeah.
We'll
Make it look like a
we'll
basket
park it
of-
outside.
Yeah.
Just leave it outside. We'll put it in a bush or something.
Up to
Just
an hour.
park it in a bush.
Up to an hour. Yeah, I will prestidigitate this cart to look as awesome as it can for an hour.
We make short work of the midnight fight, leaving the refugees to Atoya's love. She to the safe house leads, we off to Sam's club. Quite the speakeasy Sam has, drinks and games abound, while my music entertains Triss's fortune new found. Qain, however, sits at the bar, and with Sam gets reacquainted. Those two seem to have a history. I reckon it's time to repay, Sam stated. Giving up our rations clears Qain's debt, and we wake to find food prices completely upset.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another fun episode of PeakD&D.
Yes.
Last time, you guys helped smuggle some illegal immigrants into Mir. You
Refugees.
Yes.
Tomato.
Comment withheld. We will, after that, you enjoyed a well-earned night of fun with some alcohol and gambling and paying off Qain's debt to a mysterious cowboy.
Just a stranger, nothing wrong.
Stranger in the night.
All in all, you had a very normal one yesterday. And I
Except for all my
believe
rations.
Ice weasels.
when
also
we
have
had bedded down, I believe I alluded to Triss having another dream.
Oh, good.
Goody.
This one's a good dream, right?
Well,
Was I
let's find
flying?
out.
Written well.
There are
not
things
good.
that you like in this dream.
That's true.
Why don't we just read the flavor text? The smell of smoke, alcohol, and vice. The sound of cards shuffling and dice clacking, and the taste of the local brew on your tongue. Licorice, like the candies. Another hustle, another mark. Profit to be made even at the ends of the earth. Qain, a liability full of brimstone, but strong, cunning, means well, is getting hustled over by the bar. Have to make sure he doesn't lose anything of yours. Mino plying his trade on the small stage. Strange magic that doesn't need the glint of gold to break the rules. Useful companions if you can keep them. Maybe friends if you can trust them. You're sussing out the marks at the table. The doctor, terrible at bluffing. Worthless hand, written on his face as plainly as the faded tattoos that crisscross his features. A pair at best, you call. The priest witch is harder to read. Hardly fair that she gets to wear a mask. Playing it cool, afraid to blow it. Projecting more assurance than she's feeling. 3 queens, too many for this dumpy town. And then the lover, Atoya. She's the real player. Laying some cards down, but how many does she have up her sleeve? Trying to hide the full house she's collected. The song ends. For a moment, the only sound is life. Then, silence. Something's wrong. Mino is sitting on the right edge of the stage, Qain on the left, their eyes downcast. 3 figures now share the center stage, looking out. An old man, filthy with the step dirt. A young woman, clutching a bloody blanket. A young man soaking wet and holding a knife. A stage play, a new performance. The familiar sounds are gone. Now you can hear only the tolling of bells, and then their voices in turn. The old man speaks. My name was Alvor. I fled the whips of my masters across the mountains and the steppe. A new life. Any life, as long as it's mine. You put the mad dogs down and saw me safely to that life. I wanted to thank you, but the old man's eyes begin to cloud with tiny motes of blackness like swarming flies. His skin dries and begins to crack, spilling more motes of black. I ran out of time. A single day as a free man would have been enough. I wasn't ready. I wasn't. The old man falls silent, blackness now pouring from him. The woman begins to speak. My name was Nadia. I served the Fira and his house with pride. I was the one who found him, saw the horror and the foulness that lurked over him in death. I could have helped you, but again, the dark swarm and the unnatural pallor. I ran out of time. One more day and I might have told you. Silence again. The third figure speaks, his grip tight on the knife. My name was Bronin. I attacked you in the streets your first night here. We thought we would avenge our leader. Too much bravado and too much drink. I escaped you by diving into the Gila. The next day, we all choked on the ash of your witch magic. I would have stabbed you again, but fissures open in pale, dry skin. Eyes and mouth disappear behind black foulness. I ran out of time. One more day, and you would have paid for your trespasses. The figures stand still as stone. The only movement on stage is the swarming black foulness that now pours from their bodies. Qain and Mino turn to look at you, and now you can see the motes of black pour from them too. Qain's skin blanches and begins to crack. Your chest tightens, and you turn back to your table. Your gambling partners' faces all swarm with the same blackness. Turning, you can see every face in the room is fixed on you, blackness pouring from each of them, and they speak with one voice. How long until you run out of time, little cub? You awake with a start, and for an instant you could swear that you see a bird-like face in the darkness of your chambers before the dream fully dissolves.
So it is a good dream.
Yeah, you're having a perfectly normal one.
The gambling was cool. That was good.
The town and your acquaintances
okay.
becoming filled with black moot.
I mean,
Not so cool.
Yeah, what's hot? What? I take it I did not get a good night's sleep.
Not a great night's sleep, about the same as last night,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
great. How does that? Okay. So that's 2 nights in a row of shitty sleep.
Of crappy sleep, yeah.
Okay. And at what point did I wake up?
By this point, let's see, after the alcohol wears off, yeah, probably about 5 in the morning. Not quite dawn yet.
Okay. So the first thing I would like to try to do is make an insight check to see if the bird mask guy and to see where my head's at around if that is who the entity that is giving me the dreams, or if there is a separate entity in play here that is like an observer. And I'm curious.
Roll insight.
I'm curious about that.
I have a follow-up just out of game.
Perfect. Auspicious stars.
What you got?
Take a guess.
Natural freaking 1.
Yes.
So not only do you not know,
Yeah.
you are just every time you try and think about it for more than a couple of seconds, you get a little bit scared and you emotionally process that as being angry. So
Yes.
you just kind of end up throwing your hands up at the whole thing.
Okay, great. All right, are there still pitchers of wine by our bed?
Oh yes.
Great, so then I'm just gonna grab my pitcher of wine and I'm gonna carry it with me. I'm gonna take a big pull and I'm gonna go wake up my friends.
Alrighty.
Are we in all separate quarters?
Yeah, you all have your own room downstairs.
So who do you go to first?
Whichever door I come to first.
The first one would be Mino Moreland.
Great.
You find him much as you left him. You're not sure he's used to moonshine that strong.
Yeah. Peasant. Wake up! Wake up!
What?
Get up! We don't have time for this. Come on.
I have time for what?
Come on. Up and at him. I just like I give you your pitcher. I take your pitcher of wine and hand it to you.
Why? I have a horrible
One of those
headache.
days.
Yeah, it is one of those days.
One of those kind of
Yep.
days. All right.
Up and at him. Time is a wasting, my friend, and we have important things to do.
We have our own
If
rooms.
Qain made mayonnaise again, just deal with it.
No, we don't have mayonnaise.
All right, I'm coming.
I'm not there. I'm
I'll
sleeping.
be right after. Yep, right after you. I'll be there.
I wait about 4 seconds, and then I just throw wine. No more.
All right, I'm up. I'm up.
Excellent.
It's not bad.
And then off to Qain.
Helping the hangover, actually.
Hair of the dog.
Yes.
Indeed. All right. You throw open the door to Qain's room in much the same way. You find him in bed. He has apparently at some point thrown his blanket off. He is covered in sweat.
Oh.
And
Is that normal?
you see like a big patch of skin across his chest has begun to grow pale.
Oh. I like
And it looks like a little bit raw, almost like he's been scratching it.
like the dream, like what I saw the people in the dream looking like.
The dream people were a little more messed up,
Sure.
but yeah, kind of like that.
This is what I mean. This is what I said. We do not have the time. So at this point, I apologize, Qain. Wine.
Is that normal?
Qain, you wake up feeling awful.
God,
What did you drink last night?
I didn't drink anything last night.
That'll
Are you
teach
sick?
No,
We
if
need
you
to go
had,
to
you actually
Vegas.
would have gotten a small bonus on your infection roll.
Oh, really? Shit.
The local stuff is hard enough to serve as antiseptic.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
I know, and everyone got mad at me for drinking brandy all day.
Fair enough.
I think we need to get you to a doctor.
What? I don't have insurance.
Now that is going to be a problem. All right, everybody grab your pitchers of wine. I had story time.
Story time.
I come clean about my dream and everything
Both?
that we've heard.
Did we
yeah,
know about the first one?
both dreams.
Do you remember?
And I
I don't
said,
think we got much from the
No.
first dream.
No, I don't think so.
no, I kept that pretty close to the vest.
Yeah.
Like, this is the second time in a row that something has been giving me these dreams, and I don't know if it was the Birdman or what, but I can't figure it out, or something else, and I don't know what to do, and you look terrible. I think you're about to die, my friend.
Well,
I've had worse.
I mean, he kind of looks like the Führer before he died.
This is what I mean.
Because
The same
we found
entity.
that out from the woman confirmed that too, like that his skin was really dry
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well, we
before.
saw it, didn't we? No,
Oh,
or
Xanthus said
did.
that. Xanthus said,
Xanthus
that,
said
like,
that.
his skin was all.
Yeah, almost like the guards outside of the thing that when we saw and lit it on fire. That's what it started to look like.
Oh, those guys are the same.
No, like the mushroom guys?
Yeah, didn't
Yeah,
it look
those
like
were little.
those? Or no?
There are similarities, but the skin doesn't seem to be reacting.
Oh, okay.
Those guys that look like mushrooms started growing inside
yeah.
their mucus membranes.
Yeah.
This just appears to be very dry skin, coupled with probably a pretty substantial fever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, get some more wine.
I think you should
Yeah.
drink water.
That's some
Yeah,
more
Qain, you are itchy in places
Yeah, I don't-
you
I don't
haven't
feel
thought
good.
about for ages.
wine. And I have the mechanics-wise, I'm poisoned.
Yes,
I'm
you are
poisoned.
suffering currently from the poisoned condition.
It is not a good day to be Qain. Not a good day to be raising Qain. Hey-oh! Sorry. Okay.
All right, so time out.
We need to lather you up
Yeah,
in
let's-
something.
Let's put a plan together. here.
Get some sort of, yeah, because I have ideas about what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I don't
think
know.
He needs to go to Xanthus.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's the, yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
But
The first
so like
step.
so we have enough evidence now to say like, so what was happening to the Führer, and then
And what's happening to you?
And
And you're a
some-
live
and,
specimen
like,
now.
nobody killed him. We're pretty sure whatever this was led up to him dying.
Someone killed him, but this was going to take
There
him
was
if
a
he
knife.
didn't.
There was a knife found in a
There was and
fireplace.
Xantus did say that his cause of death
Was
looked
the-
like that knife wound in his chest.
Now, maybe the Fira was begging that person to kill him. Who knows?
You feel like this,
Maybe, yeah, maybe something is going to chest burst out of you. We have no idea.
Right.
All I know
We
is
need-
that dream, like, there is blackness growing, and then
So those people, we should I think we should confirm that they're dead, right? Because that'll help fill in a little bit of the puzzles. For, like,
sure.
Yes.
Max, Tony, and Ben are sort of piecing this together.
Right,
but
right,
We need
yes.
Triss,
Right,
Mino,
right.
and Qain to piece it together.
Right.
So, like, okay.
No, I think, yeah, we got to get you to a doctor. We got to find out,
Confirm if they're dead.
yeah, if they're alive or dead.
Maybe people have brought them to the doctor. Like, maybe we'll run into
Maybe.
those people at the doctor.
Possible.
Seems like we should go there.
There's a long wait at the doctor tonight.
Now, I might be stretching here, but I'm sort of interpreting that, like, your dream, that the doctor is someone that we can trust. I think, because he has a weak hand and he's not very good at bluffing, which means he's probably a little too earnest. That's sort of my interpretation of that.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Like that he's got the worst hand and he knows it. So that might put him in a position where we can trust him. The woman in the mask has never really seemed very trustworthy to me.
Now you say something.
Whatever.
We picked to live with her, so I don't know why.
Yeah, well,
And
whatever.
Atoya clearly is then, by your logic, the least trustworthy.
Well, she's the real player, as the dream would
She had the best hand
suggest.
of the three.
But she also has a full house, and she's been bringing people into the city, so like that sort of,
Could be.
that's like her secret,
Yeah.
maybe. But we need to get some more information, and all the people we want to talk to are dead.
That's not true.
Atoya's not.
Well, I don't want to
Toya's
talk to
not
her.
dead,
We
but
need to
I'm
talk
not
to
sure
the
I trust her
dwarves.
yet.
We need to figure out like those murder weapons and talk to the dude who had that.
And we have the serial numbers of different things, right?
We do. We have the serial numbers from the two guards outside that were mycelium.
And we were getting,
Yes.
and we were
And we
gonna,
also have the other one.
and we were gonna like hand them in all together, right?
Something like that. We were gonna use all three. Like, hey, we found some stuff on the guards. Like, can we have? Like, we need to run numbers, just find out, notify next of kin, blah blah blah.
Right.
We know the sister's cool and shadier,
Right.
so there's that. Yeah.
We're also in her house, like we're in her temple.
No. Like the sister of the dwarf.
Yeah, the
Oh,
dwarf has a
right.
sister named Barb.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That your cowboy friend seemed to think was a lot more pliable.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
That's how he was operating because she arranged for the patrols not to be around.
Do we know when is there like a coronation or an ascension of this boy that we have
You
to worry
haven't
about?
heard about anything of the sort
And-
yet.
Okay.
That's the other thing I want to do is like, there's no way we can let this boy run this town. So I am totally going to forge a document. But I need to know if people have been in that room or not, because we need to we need to plant it in his room, in his hand. But if people have been there, that might get a bit more.
Well, we searched the
Complicated.
desk and nobody.
Nobody seemed to have disturbed his
Quarters.
His quarters
personal quarters.
as of yesterday.
Right, that was yesterday.
And we've now established with several people on the council that we have these letters, so we could just happen to have another one. I guess is what I don't think we have to plant it. Is all I'm saying. I think we could just have it
Interesting.
and say, look, we have the
Like, hey,
effects of the fear.
there's something more. We've learned
This one
more
was
to-
dated for today, so we didn't open it until today.
Right.
So, but I'm pretty sure it's really important. I mean, it says right on the front, this is
Right.
really important.
All right, you guys are launching schemes. I love some
No,
crazy
I
schemes.
forgot. When
Okay.
I went to bed last night, well, I can speak with dead now.
Oh.
So how many of them potions do we have?
Are you telling me I'm dead right now?
Yes, he can see
Am I
dead
dead?
people.
Can you see me? Hello,
I
Triss.
can't feel my face. I don't know.
So I don't know about the body or whatnot. If we can,
Well, it's 5 in the morning. Let's go see if anyone's out there.
About 5:30 by the time you have this conversation.
how many
but
of
still,
those
yeah.
potions do we have?
Here's one.
We have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have the one as far as I remember.
Yeah.
Do we know that it could be? Is it?
That seemed to be,
replicated.
yeah. It seemed like it was not a unique
like
thing.
okay.
It's like, here is a thing I have made
So
on occasion.
that might help us piece together some things. From
Yeah.
the
And we
Führer
have-
himself.
Yeah.
Other last note before I think we're off to the doctor. We have no idea when the Ulthor is coming.
No idea.
We have no
On the
idea.
way,
Okay.
we know.
You suspect it's probably soon.
But-
He was told to prepare for her arrival,
Yeah.
but that is all he was told.
Yeah.
It is 5 a.m. We can go talk to him. As far as I know about the Speak with Dead, we have 5 questions we can ask.
How long does it take to cast and like all that stuff?
Not very long.
Sweet.
One action.
Oh, damn.
You gotta ask your questions.
And we
within
have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We got the Führer right outside.
Right. So if
saying.
Or we
worst
also
case-
got maybe that maid is dead, and she said she had some valuable information.
Well, I can cast this twice, but we need another potion, and I think the Führer might actually
No, the
go
potion
for it.
works all day, right? Or is it?
It works for an hour.
Oh, gotcha.
1 hour of full access to your magical
I need
abilities.
a corpse, so do we know where her corpse is?
No, we know where his corpse is. One
Right.
thing at a time.
know-
We're not sure she's dead yet.
we're not. Yeah, we haven't confirmed that she is dead.
To the Führer, then.
All right.
No.
No. Are we going to the doctor and then the Führer? Or
No, I mean if we're gonna talk to the
in-
corpse and it's 5 a.m. and
we're
nobody's
in
there.
here.
It's probably the best time to try.
Yeah.
to
Oh
get
yeah,
away
no,
with
that's
it.
a great idea.
All
Try
right.
not to itch too much, and we'll get you to
You
the
want to
doctor
think about
soon.
your questions?
We should think about our questions.
Well, let's see if we have the room to
Who
ourselves.
killed
first.
you?
All right.
Probably.
I mean,
So, sure enough, you head upstairs. The cathedral is empty. The Führer's body still lying in state, still under a sheet.
this is as good as time as any.
You do not see anybody else in the cathedral.
Do we know from which direction the priestess might? where
Yeah,
her
she
quarters
took you
are?
back to where her quarters are to feed you breakfast yesterday morning. So you
I'm gonna keep my eyes on the entrances to any in this because it's like the main chamber.
yeah, this is like the sanctuary.
Yeah,
He's
I'm just
lying
gonna
in
try to
state.
Feel better for now.
I'm gonna try to just keep as best as I can.
kill
I mean, I'm
wounds
at disadvantage
don't
for any
think so.
perception checks.
Right,
But,
you know, but
Even just to get him to the hospital, to the doctor.
Oh, you're talking about him, not the dead guy. I thought you were trying to talk about the
No,
dead
I'm not.
guy. Like
Nicole,
anything
I
gonna
got a
help
minute.
him.
I got a minute. I got at least a day. Okay.
we gotta save you, buddy.
In a different life, maybe.
Just
But not
save
this
save a speak with dead for me. Just in case.
That's good. It's just gonna be sentences.
Exciting
I killed
plan.
Kevin.
I'm so excited to be a part.
I'm supposed to
Declarative
ask me
statements
questions.
only.
How many declarative statements do you get with Speak with Ted?
They don't remember anything that you tell them.
Oh, that's probably
declaratively.
good.
But you would react in a way that of your past knowledge, so you would react
Yes,
accordingly.
So you don't have any of the enlightenment he got after dying, but presumably he will be quite clear in the events leading up to his
So I
death.
think we should ask him who killed him,
Or how did he die?
or how did he die.
Yeah, how did he die?
Did we ask him if he was sick or not?
I mean, it might
I think that's
depend.
pretty confirmed, isn't it?
Yeah, we know that he was sick,
We need
Because
to
of the mini
ask.
autopsy.
but
that
he also
did.
knew
He knows about the great evil that's buried there. We need to ask him about that.
maybe.
Well,
Maybe
he said in
he
his
knew.
letter he did. In
Yeah.
the letter he said there's a great evil.
That's
buried
why he
in
asked the sorcerer or whatever.
No, I thought that was about the blister growing.
Is the blister the anti-magic zone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't think he knew about the great evil.
He
One of
did
the letters
mention
He mentioned it.
one of the
yeah.
letters, the letter to Atoya.
To Atoya,
It mentioned
that's right.
that he fears that
Oh, and he had an
enemy
item, and he had an item
will
to
emerge
give.
from the
Right?
earth to threaten the
Yeah.
temple.
What was the
Yes.
item?
What was
and
the
where
item
is
that
it?
he was going to give to her?
Well, he might not know where it is if it was taken afterwards.
Oh, well,
But he
then,
could maybe allude to what it is.
Or, I mean, there's also
We're not.
I mean,
gonna
we
get
can
clear
also-
answers, but
questions about Iaga and where
where can we find her?
or what he went to her and the cost of it. Or
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things, but I mean, there could also be follow-up questions. Perhaps we
Have-
cast
Those
So-
are great. Those are great questions.
so I think
It's like
one,
four
certainly
solid
one about
questions.
Iaga, certainly one about his death,
I think we start with the death.
Yeah.
and certainly one about maybe about the blister.
evil and the blister. Yeah, something about that. Like what's going on there.
And then if we have follow-up
Well,
questions from those.
Yeah, I mean, I say we see where it goes. Start with the
That's what I'm
death.
saying. Have okay. And
But
then
I was
see
gonna
where
go
it goes.
stand in front of the door that you're keeping.
And
an
I was
eye
just
on,
gonna,
to run proper interference in case this.
Oh, sure.
And I was gonna lift the sheet off of his face only.
But
because-
he'd leave the rest of him covered. All right.
And then I would also
Look like
say
you're praying.
lead with the fact that we're trying to save this town.
Declarative statement.
Yeah. Lead with like
People are
"Hey,
dying. We're trying
Yeah.
to save your people.
Your town is in peril.
We'll see if that helps.
It should help him answer the questions more honestly. Hopefully.
I don't know how any of this magic works, so you're just gonna have to, if you want
I
me
don't
to
even know
beat the
how this
questions out of
potion
them.
works, so we're gonna try that out too.
Oh yeah, I think you have disadvantage on con saves now.
After he
Add
drinks
it to the list of disadvantages I have.
It's not daylight yet.
This guy doesn't even like the sun.
So yes, just a quick refresher on this
On the potion.
on this tincture.
Yes, please.
So this tincture is brewed in-house by a witch. It is using locally sourced organic ingredients, and its effects are as follows. For 1 hour after imbibing the potion, beginning with the instant you finish it, you have unfettered access to your magical abilities, regardless of where you are or what spell effects you are suffering from.
Okay.
So if you've got hit with an anti-magic field, or if you're standing in, for example, a giant anti-magic zone in the middle of nowhere, you will have 1 hour of unfettered access to all of your abilities.
Word.
However, for 24 hours thereafter, so until
25
tomorrow morning,
25 hours total. 1
Yeah.
hour of goodness, 24 hours of?
24 hours of disadvantage on con saves.
Okay.
It will make you feel pretty queasy for quite a while.
Great.
All of this was explained to you in more poetical terms when she handed the potion off.
It's good. Con saves, infectious diseases running around. I'm
Death
sure
saves,
this is great.
no big deal.
No,
Could I create that sort of resource
I don't think a
management
death
trade-off
save-
for you to think about?
A death save's not a con save. Like a dex save initiative.
No,
is
it's
save is
a death
its own-
save
it's
is its own kind of
save.
save.
yeah.
So
It's
it does
not
not
based on
automatically
Constitution.
give you disadvantage on death saves.
But if you have disadvantage on saving throws,
If you have disadvantage on all saving throws, then you have disadvantage on
The
death
death
saves.
which I don't yet. That's stage
You
2.
don't.
That's stage. Cool. You only have stage 1 cancer.
It's poisoned, I think, is just attack rolls and ability checks.
The whole week I was thinking of the Venture Brothers episode where Hank gets shot up with the Goliath serum, and they're like in this race against time to try to fix him, and he keeps like going through the stages. And,
It's
Great.
it's a good one.
Great. This is
Yeah,
good.
where's my condition?
Yep. So I'm gonna go stand by the door,
Okay.
making sure that we are uninterrupted.
All right.
I will-
Cockamamie scheme, engage.
I will help.
Gulp, gulp,
you,
gulp, gulp.
I guess?
What's it
Yeah, it's
taste
his
like?
attack.
It tastes
Licorice.
like you're about to vomit. And also of licorice, yes.
Everything here tastes like licorice.
Just hand on hip, fucking chugging wine out of this pitcher. That's just what's gonna happen today.
That certainly was no Jägerbomb.
All right.
You can speak with
However, Mino Moreland, as the unpleasant feeling settles in the bowels of your bowels, you suddenly have a sense of. It almost feels like you've grown very, very tall and feel like you can reach out farther than you could previously. But, in a metaphysical sense.
Do I look taller to you?
What the hell are you doing?
I think he's
I beg your
hallucinating.
pardon.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
He's tripping balls, Triss.
Yeah, god damn it. God damn it, god damn it.
What was I doing again? Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Speak with dead.
Alrighty.
Cast.
So is anybody watching Mino Moreland when he does this?
Yeah, I am. I'm standing next to him.
Cool. Make a perception check at disadvantage.
Yay, because I'm poisoned. Perception. It's a plus. It's not enough. That's a 13.
A 13's not bad. You see Mino Moreland as he incants the spell. Suddenly, his left eye, the iris just turns stark crimson.
Used to be white.
He doesn't seem to notice.
You got the blood eye.
How do I know if it's...
That's
Hello,
interesting.
Fura.
I don't think that's happened before.
All right. So, Mino Moreland, as you cast your spell,
Yes.
you find your awareness sort of being split between your physical body, which is currently standing exactly as you left it,
Yes.
and you find your consciousness in a sort of liminal space. Sitting in a chair a few feet ahead of you, you can see in profile the face of a man who a moment ago lay dead beneath you.
Crazy. Hello. Do I know what's his name again?
Ilya?
Ilya Stryanoga.
Maybe I was trying to...
Hello, Fura of this town, Ilias Dragonova. I'm here with two of my acquaintances, and we're trying to save your town from what seems like great peril from many different facets, including your death. And I wanted to ask some questions of your death to maybe make sense of what we can do to help this situation.
He does not reply, but continues to sort of regard you in profile.
And the first question I think I wanted to ask was...
And you are all hearing this spoken aloud, by the way. It's not purely happening in liminal space.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
I am doing it trying quietly because of time
And where you are.
But
And all
yes.
that. Yeah, he doesn't
I'm not
seem-
yelling across the room.
Hey!
Oh, you!
Hey!
Answer my 5 questions!
How's the food up there?
Damn it, I used my questions!
How did I let this happen? Damn it, there's another one.
Save that for someday. Just gonna stick that in the DM brain.
I first wanted to know if, in any detail at all, how exactly you died.
That is a statement. Can you rephrase that as a question?
How you died? Oh, did I state it?
I would
Sort of
like
said
to
it
know how you died is a statement.
You're not wrong. How did you die?
All right, and you hear his voice. It doesn't sound particularly ghoulish. It sounds like he's speaking to you from across his study.
Mm-hmm.
The hands were borrowed. The will was mine. The murder belongs to the death song.
That was in the letter, was it not? The name Death Song?
We've heard the name Death.
You've
The
heard it before. It
bard.
was not in the letter.
The bard was chasing it, I believe. Or no, the druid.
The druid was chasing it. The hands were borrowed, the will was my own. The death was...
The murder belonged to the death song.
Oh good, he speaks in riddles.
The spell specifically says he speaks in riddles.
It does. It does. It's cryptic or repetitive.
It's right here in the book.
Yeah, well, we got dreams, we got riddles. What? Come on, man. This is perfect.
You're having some kind of adventure or something.
Yeah.
You know I love
We're-
puzzles.
Yaga, what was the other one? Yaga and what else? What was the
Oh,
other one?
or I mean,
We wanted to know about the
Oh, the
the
Great
buried
Blister.
evil at the
Okay, yep.
in the blister.
Those are 2 different things, though, so...
Well, the buried evil is in the blister, but now it's not. I think you should ask about what that is, what that buried evil,
Okay.
what is buried out there.
Right.
Was.
One riddle,
buried,
one riddle in the bank. What do you know about the buried evil that is out here?
It has escaped for the second time. The first, it was caught by the tail. I do not think it will be so easily caught again.
who caught it the first time?
That might be a good question, you're right. I thought about that too. So we got 2 down. I
3
think
more.
that's a good one. Who caught the great evil the first time?
An acquaintance of mine, a wizard.
Okay.
Gray of beard, long of wind.
Letter dude.
Yeah.
Xantus.
Is that S? Marked S?
Yeah, and
Is that
Xantus
signed
knew
S?
him.
Yeah.
So that's
We
that's
haven't.
good.
Yeah.
That's good. to know.
So we have that connection. Right.
In theory, yeah.
Yeah. What do we know about Yaga? We just know the name.
We know that
We,
he went
we know
so
that he
far.
went there to ask
For help
something.
for this. Or
So at some point, he asked for help with either his.
okay.
Twice, right? He went.
He's gone twice now.
He's gone twice in his
But
life.
we don't know who Yaga is.
So if you want to
We just
know
know that
information
He's
about
the
one
first witch.
of those visits specifically,
So we-
Yeah, we know
That's
that she's
3
a
now?
powerful witch that like he had to seek out,
Yeah.
and we don't know exactly what he asked for, but he was cautioned against going by his
So,
girlfriend.
so that's
Latoya.
3. I think. Okay.
I would say
Why did you seek out the witch Yaga?
Which time do you want to ask about?
Hmm?
He went twice.
well, you can answer that question. That's fine.
that's fair, but yeah.
The first was to make an impossible city possible. The second was to save the most precious thing therein.
Is that maybe the item that he was going to give to Atoya?
Or Atoya herself. Maybe he went at her to save her.
Right.
Did
But
we want
maybe
to
that's
ask
what
him?
the item?
Did we want to ask about the item? We have one more. The item that he had apparently that was going to give to Atoya. That was
Maybe that was the thing. Maybe that's what he got from.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, let's ask
But-
about the item. I would say ask about the item because we can make some logic
should I
jumps that may be
phrase-
incorrect. But
The item that'll
I'd
save
say,
the
like,
town. The item that'll.
you were going to
Yeah, we saw.
give her an item. What was the
Yeah,
item?
we saw in the letter.
What was
yeah.
the
Oh,
item?
yeah,
What was the
okay.
item you were going to give Atoya?
Yeah.
Or that you were going to attach to your letter?
What was the item you were going to give to Atoya along with the last letter?
A draft of the witch's brew. A panacea.
That's the name. Or that's what it sounds like to me is the name of the brew.
It's a cure-all. Yeah. And then he dies.
Well, thank you very much, Fira. Rest in peace.
He gives you a small nod and then turns back, disappearing behind his chair. And you're back in the cathedral, fully.
Great.
You also heard his answers. The mouth of the corpse spoke.
I was gonna. Yeah. I assumed in one way or another, if that wasn't the case, then I would
It sounded
have,
a little more ghoulish on your end.
I would have
Sure.
repeated it back
Like
to
there's some
them,
partially
kind of thing.
dissolved
Like, as
vocal
he answered,
cords.
I would have just said what he was saying.
So one question is still in. Hold on.
Well,
I'm all right. I'm fine. I'm
Oh,
fine.
Qain,
I'm
drink
fine.
your wine.
I'm trying to keep it down. I just need some toast or something. I don't know. One thing is this death song
I know we
the
heard
same.
that. It's the same thing that
The same
druid
thing that was
after.
trapped in that thing. Is that the thing that escaped? Do we know that for sure?
We don't know. We don't. There's not much we know for sure.
Yeah.
But yes, I think the death song is
Was
the
in
same
the
thing
wooden-
that is.
was in the wooden puppet.
Capture the wooden puppet.
And that's
is
the thing that you
personified
saw.
by the bird mask guy
Which you also saw visions of in the place, right?
in the place. And then this morning when I woke up, I could have
When
sworn.
you failed your wild surge, that plague mask guy that you saw,
Yes.
that's one and the same.
I didn't
World
fail
question.
the wild surge. Okay.
World
I
question.
turned it to my advantage. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Touche.
The mask.
But
is,
they are
is
one
a
and the same.
plague
believe
doctor
so.
mask, correct? Like
Yes.
the bird mask.
Were you to use a frame of reference that you see in the corporeal world, it would look like a very stylized and somewhat sharper than is comfortable plague doctor mask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's like common, like doctors wear those things.
That is
It's not just
something
some-
that a person would have probably seen depending on where they lived.
Okay.
It's normal enough.
It's normal
Oh, it's
enough
a
to be
cool, like,
recognizable.
Weird mask. Like,
Um,
it's not like, oh, it's a steampunk convention in town.
but it does.
Okay.
He did say that his death was willing. However,
No, he had somebody kill him because he wanted to die. He had
that's
to
what I'm
die.
saying.
He was
Yeah.
gonna be.
It was a willing death by him.
Hey, you could cast it again if you want 5 more questions.
No, I can't. You can't though.
Oh, right, because it doesn't
The
work.
spell
if it's 10
fails if
days.
the corpse is the target of the spell within the last 10 days.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
So he's gotta wait. I can make it 10 more days. We'll be fine.
Maybe.
I don't know if the town can.
Yeah. That's. Yeah.
But for what we know about this tincture, we do have an hour. So is anyone else dead we need to talk to?
Well, we
Not
should
that we
go
have a corpse of.
We
Not that
could
we have a
find
corpse.
that.
Well, let's go kill somebody.
We need to find.
Now that is not a good idea.
We need to
No,
find.
let's
how
get
this
you to the
works.
doctor.
Yeah, take me to the doctor. Maybe
While,
Nadia will be
we're
there.
in the waiting room, we can riddle some
Well,
of this
we're gonna.
out.
Yeah. This is
Maybe-
where we're gonna have to divide and conquer.
Is it a morgue as well?
What?
Like,
no, I don't.
Is it if Nadia, the maid, the one who found the Fira, knows something? We should talk to her. She might be dead. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. So
Yes, but we have to get you to the doctor first. So one
I'm
thing.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you look real fine.
So
You look about as fine as that guy under the cloth that he just talked to.
I think that was a piece of my kidney.
Yeah, to the doctor.
Just gonna put that back.
How important is one of these?
Well, you have two, so they can't be that
live with
important.
ones.
All right.
So are we going to escort him to the doctor
Yes.
and then come out with a plan of
Masks.
where we're going to go?
I don't know. We're gonna take him to the doctor.
Because apparently I'm in your dream too, about one step away from him. So
Yeah, and I don't know how much time I have left, and everyone is fucking dying in this town, and this place is somehow worse than Icewind Dale, and I don't know how.
it's warmer.
Hooray! Careful what you wish for, kids.
It's a bit balmy outside.
No, that's just
I think I have a
your
fever.
sweat. Yes, let's get him to a doctor.
Was it like 104 in here?
I would like to keep my eye out for.
We need to put you in a
Muff.
vat of mayonnaise.
Okay, for that kid that you met.
Correct.
Okay, very good.
While we're walking to.
Yes. Let's go.
All right, let's get Qain to a doctor.
I sort of stumble out.
Okay,
It's like in a fever dream. Like, it's great. This is great. Everything's fine.
The cool night air actually feels really, really nice. It's still like just in the early pre-dawn hours, but it's quite chilly at night, which feels great for you right now.
I just have like my loincloth on and my axe strapped to my back.
Just wandering bare-assed through the town in the midst of
Find
a
another
fever
dead
dream.
body within 50
Yeah,
minutes.
it's definitely like butt flaps.
that we need to talk to.
Sounds good.
I might as well do it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Wasn't wearing pants that day, his dick and balls on full display.
Xantus, do you have any dead bodies lying around?
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
I already gave him fireworks. Like, why not? What do you think my next offer was going to be?
I did cover the corpse.
So where
up
are you
again,
sending
so-
I assume that, yeah,
Just-
fair enough.
Well, we don't even know
Say
where
it
he
out
is.
loud.
We're getting you to the doctor.
To Xantus, yes, we're going through the streets to Xantus.
What's that boy's name?
And we're looking for him.
Muff.
Shut your mouth. Shut your damn mouth and drink your wine and walk to the fucking doctor.
Just walking around in a loincloth at 105-degree fever, screaming muff over and over again.
After a child. For the love of God, man.
We have more candy.
But we're not in fever dreams.
Come on out anytime.
Yeah, silence.
Uncle Qain just wants to talk in
I
private.
don't know if we can carry him here.
This is going as swimmingly. I am so pleased with the way this is going. And we're on day 3.
Put a mage hand over his.
Yeah, please do that.
I will cast mage hand and put it over his mouth.
Has anyone seen my muff? Muff. Muff.
All right.
As hard as a mage hand can squeeze.
It's like about like a turtleneck, basically. But it's still...
Can only resist me with 10 pounds of pressure.
All right, so that is how you make your way down the red way to Xantus's crappy doctor's office.
It's like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, about 6 a.m.
We're just waking everybody up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Stop yelling.
Coconuts have water on the inside.
They do.
You open the door. You find Xantus with like 15 different books open. He has
Say
clearly
15 different patients.
no. He has clearly not slept. He is. He appears to have like something brewing on the Albinaric, Alembic. Not Albinaric. That's an Elden Ring thing. Anyway, he's making potions. And
He's got Bunsen burners.
reading through like 5 different open books.
So, Xantus, we have an issue here.
What? Oh my goodness! Bring him in. Bring him in.
Your doorstop's broken, and I put the door down. I accidentally ripped it off the hinges.
We'll fix that.
Hold still. Yeah, lie down. You hold his hand. Shoulders. Hold his shoulders.
Hold my hand too, though. Please. Please.
I put the mage hand in your hand.
Soft kitty, soft kitty. This is touch your fur.
Please don't.
I'm
So-
so out of it. I think the mage hand is a cat
Oh,
paw. Like
okay,
it's
cool.
your hand. I'm just petting the cat paw.
Cool.
All right.
If he starts to do surgery or something like that, I want to give him bardic inspiration on those checks.
He doesn't appear to be pulling the scalpel out.
Cool.
But he is like checking his pulse at different places on his arm. He holds up a bullseye lantern in front of his face and checks both eyes.
I don't notice, but how's my eye doing?
Your eye's fine.
It's not red anymore.
No, it stopped as soon as the spell ended.
Mino had red eye for a minute.
I didn't
I
know
saw
what?
it. And then he talked to a dead guy.
Okay. So delirium then.
Apparently.
What else
No,
are?
stop.
We actually spoke to the Fira.
Did you?
I can do that.
I am the
Well, not
queen of the castle.
Mage hand
He
him.
goes over to the window, looks out. What did you find out? What did he say?
I will relate as best as I possibly can all of the words that he said. Of
Death
all of
song
the questions. Yeah, we thought that was curious. Because that was the druid that we fought in the storage. That
He
took
was in
over
search
there.
of it.
He wanted
Or cold by it.
or called by it or
Something. And I believe the death song may be speaking to me. I don't know. It's personified as some sort of bird, mask, and man.
Throwing a lot at me right
Bad dreams.
My favorite song is Toss a Coin to Your Witcher.
now. That's copyrighted. We can't do that.
We can say it. Reference it.
It's an endorsement.
It's Creative Commons now. We can do whatever we want.
I think that's what that means.
So, by your account, the Fira was murdered by the death song.
but also he
Yes.
wanted that.
I think he wanted
I-
a sweet release of
I
death.
don't think he had a choice.
I have found some references to a disease called the death song. Its progression is unkind.
Don't feel very good. Is that what I have? Oh, fuck.
Can't be sure. I haven't found the symptoms of it, only allusions to it.
Well, here are the
How
symptoms.
far could this disease have spread?
Oh, I'm afraid it is going to be. I believe we are at war and your town is at stake, my friend. So it's time to put aside petty differences and old grudges and possibly promises we made to ourselves. We know for a fact your friend somehow caught the death song once, though the Fira said it was going to be much difficult to do so again.
Just barely caught it the last time.
He was in a puppet.
That's not impossible.
It's also not. Yeah, that's entirely true. Or so we think.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Get your dead song by the tub.
He
Does that
goes
look
back
good?
into an armoire and pulls out a big, thick, heavy brown robe.
Birds have tails.
He sort of drapes it over him. My friend, listen carefully.
I am a coconut.
Yes, you are. And you must be a good coconut and not emerge from your coconut shell. Keep that up. It's gonna be hot in there, but you're a good coconut.
Coconuts are hot.
Don't let him breathe on anyone.
Oh.
Great.
So it's some sort of contagion.
If indeed the death song killed the Fira, there are precious few accounts of communities that have survived a death song outbreak. I can find, as I said, little that is specific. The closest was an account by well, I'll spare you the citation, but it was a red wizard observing a community struck by it. He found it difficult to study the disease because its progression was so rapid. It is lethal and it kills quickly.
Oh, crap.
Be a good coconut. If this disease has made its way to our town, we are in grave peril. I must know more.
Are you keeping him overnight then? Because he's kind of the only living specimen you have. In
I don't want to go to sleep. That's where the Birdman gets you.
You must allow me to observe you. Perhaps not now, but overnight. When next you rest, come here. Let me observe you, and I can make some sort of plan.
And it's safe to just parade him through the streets.
I like you.
I do not know how the disease transmits.
Now, is
It is safest not to let him be exposed to others.
Should he just stay here?
Elephant shower through their nose.
Yes, Daryl.
No. I have got a little tiny for Baba.
The fever is taken over at this point.
Yeah,
You don't say.
You don't say. I don't
Thanks, Ken.
perhaps
What
if
is
I were
Ken?
to keep him for the moment, I could observe, and of course I could try to bring him some lucidity.
Oh, the best with that.
I'm gonna go protect my friends. That cat and
Now,
Listen to me, Coconut.
the coconut.
The best way you can protect your friends is by finding out if this will help. He just hands you one of the fresh off the Bunsen burner a potion he's been making.
I've known you for less than 24 hours. And I trust you completely.
All right.
Well, it tastes like boiling urine.
Is this boiling urine?
No. That's only one reagent.
is
Is that a horse?
are diseases personified? Are there spiritual entities embodying forces, consciousnesses behind
Certainly with the druid.
Well, now you're talking like a rush of many.
diseases? I mean, if I saw this figure and it's speaking to me, there's a sentience somewhere.
Have you experienced any fever lately?
No, my symptoms are not. When I go to sleep, it talks to me.
Spoopy bird man.
Something
Spoopy
talks
bird man.
Shows him visions and whatnot.
Yeah, I saw while we were playing poker last night. I saw that Atoya has stuff to hide. I saw that Nadoya was scared. I saw that you were forthright and honest. I saw them die. I saw 3 people in the town, different people, possibly die by the end of the day, but we need to investigate that after we're here. First things first.
I will do what I can for your friend. If I
Well, the very-
cannot cure him, then I will do my best to abate the symptoms.
Well, then, certainly just learn from. This is the only case that's actually in front of you
Yes.
now, so you can at least
If
learn
I
as
have
much
an
as you
opportunity
can.
to witness the progression of the disease, then I must take advantage of it. Lives could be saved by that vigilance.
And you said Rashmani think that diseases are of a spirit.
Not diseases per se, but animals, things of the earth, of the natural world. A great deal of many shamanism is, it revolves around the communion with these spirits.
Well, I mean, if we spoke to ice weasels, why not speak to a virus?
I would like to ride an ice weasel.
They're very soft.
Well, I must say it's an intriguing thought. Suppose that diseases are of this earth no less than mammals and orcs and everything else under the sun.
Coconuts.
Coconuts. There is much to be done.
Yes, we shall be back.
If you hear the bells, make haste to the cathedral.
If we hear bells, make haste to the cathedral. Absolutely. You wouldn't happen to know a street urchin named Muff and where he spends his time?
Muff.
I start yelling again under the blanket.
He was doing that all through the streets.
Help.
Can't say I've made the lad's acquaintance.
Quite all right. You have more than your full plate.
I've much to do, yes.
All right. Be a good little coconut.
Be a good little coconut.
And so, they made the fateful decision to split the party.
This will go so well.
You're hallucinating under a blanket.
I can still fight. Throw me at him. Stop moving, both of you.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one guy there,
We didn't have a choice, man.
and he's dead. Stop moving around.
So I'm just gonna like lean against the wall and just keep drinking out of my pitcher of wine for a minute. Outside on the street.
Well,
Well, what's
I will be a good coconut and stay with the doctor.
so Qain is being a good coconut. Mino Moreland, Triss, what would you like to do?
Well,
Where did I find Muff the first time?
what's our next
Let's
play?
see. You found him in the inner city near the river.
So on our way towards the Fira's house, I would like to see. Yeah, like if I see any urchins, if I see any kids on the street, I would like to approach them, offer them candy, because I'm trustworthy, and find out if I can't figure out where
We
Muff
bought
is.
all of them.
All right, roll me some social skill about it. Some investigation, perhaps.
Can I play the ice cream truck song?
Yes.
To add bardic
that
inspiration
might
to this?
help.
Throwing the candy around is worth advantage.
Take me to Dawsell Jones.
Yeah.
Take me to Dawsell Jones.
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, well, I'll roll good when it means the most. 9.
9. You find a few kids, some of which are quite grateful for the candy. Nobody knows a Muff.
Okay, I'll keep asking on our way to the Fira's house. Fira's house.
Fair enough.
I mean that kid who blew himself up the other day with a hand grenade?
Possibly.
You mean that kid who burned down a whole district?
You think that
I
kid?
know.
You think that kid gave you a fake name? He didn't trust you? Why wouldn't he trust a cat giving away hand grenades and candy?
He was buying the candy at the time.
With the hand grenade.
Yeah. I think you got this all wrong.
Not just handing out hand grenades, he's buying candy with them.
Yeah, I'm trading them for
For-
goods and services.
They have the candy.
Yes.
Okay.
I had the hand grenade. I gave it to the children.
Find the candy.
I don't understand why you can't keep up with it.
Because I have 107 feet.
Oh, it's going up.
And you're a coconut.
And you're a little coconut.
Also, Qain, while they're out having this duo adventure, do me a favor and make a Constitution save.
At disadvantage?
At disadvantage.
Oh, saving throws, not ability checks.
Not
just regular.
No. Ability checks, not necessarily saving throws.
Yes, just sit.
Attack rolls, ability checks. Yes, you're fine.
Am I?
Let's find out.
Nope, back to this. What is my con save? Oh, 15.
15. Okay.
It's not nothing.
It's not
Duly
that
noted.
bad.
Duly noted.
It's not nothing.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well,
Are you gonna try
Couldn't
to the
find-
Fear's house then?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna keep, whenever I see kids, they're gonna get candy, they're gonna get asked about Muff, and that's just how today's gonna go.
Okay.
Until I find this kid.
Fair enough. Give me.
Take your time, man.
We'll-
We're gonna be all over city,
we
so
will
not
circle
even,
back to that
I'm not even worried
momentarily.
about it.
So, you make it to the Fear's house, and it would be about 7 a.m.
Yep.
By the time you get all your walking in.
Got our steps today.
You certainly did. You find the house abuzz with activity. And there are guards posted outside. You are pretty sure there were not guards the last time you were here.
Yeah, I wonder if
You guys know what the
Stronghammer is the.
You guys know where the secret entrance is.
Oh, we do. Oh, why?
It's all play here.
Yeah, let's try to sweet talk him. Let's be nice.
I thought you were good at deception.
So you
Well,
have
you're
li-
you're the good cop. I'm the
You
bad
don't have
cop.
any liabilities.
Oh, right.
this
That's
time.
what you were saying.
Yeah.
And we are now officially beyond the time limit of your tincture there.
Yes,
Mr.
yeah,
Moreland.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
to clarify.
That's fine. However, my bardic inspiration stuff can still
Your
be
bardic
used.
inspiration still works. Your psychic bendy spoon stuff still works.
So we'll approach the guards. And I will first. Well, there seems to be a lot of activity going on today.
Indeed. We're sorry, but the Fira's Manse is the site of an ongoing investigation.
That makes sense, of course. The Fira's death, I presume?
I cannot comment on any ongoing investigation.
Well, we just came from actually the Dr. Xantis, and I think I have news that the boy King may want to hear as part of his.
Boy King is not currently on site.
Where is he?
He has been moved to an undisclosed location for his own safety.
Okay.
Outstanding. Well, in that case, the doctor was also hoping to speak to one of the maids.
I'm sorry, the staff of the home is currently being interrogated.
You don't say.
I'm afraid so.
Well, that's very helpful.
It didn't feel helpful at the time, but I'm glad you found it so.
I just,
Look, what's over there?
Squirrel!
Where?
Yeah. Well, let's case the joint and see about that secret passage.
Fair enough. Alrighty, so casing the joint, it's pretty clear to you that the grounds are being patrolled, but not terribly. It's not like covered in people.
Yeah.
There's
blind spots.
Yeah, there's blind spots. So if you felt like giving me a stealth check, it is entirely possible to sneak your way
As long
past
as
them.
it's not perception.
It is not.
Not yet.
I can't see a damn thing.
Ah, there we go.
Great. Leave
Good-
it up to me
good
to screw
rolls.
it up.
26. We got options.
That's 15.
15. Excellent. Yeah, you are pretty sure, well, nobody accosts you, so you're pretty sure you made it to the secret entrance without being spotted.
Great.
Let's go inside.
Yeah, let's go inside.
All right. So,
And
going
quietly.
inside, quickly and quietly, it takes you to that same storage closet that's part of the Fira's own personal chambers. The storage closet is unoccupied except by cleaning with supplies.
Closed.
However, yes, you do, however, hear voices
Say.
on the other side of the door.
What do they appear to
Yeah.
be saying?
They,
That's my first thought, is to listen into whatever might be on the other side of the door.
yep, you hear the gruff voice, very similar to the guards, as though they all have one voice actor. They are
Didn't have the budget for
apparently
that.
searching the place.
Can we actively listen in to see if we can hear
Yeah.
specifics?
Give me perception. No disadvantage required, Mino. You're
Fair enough.
not looking at.
I'm not in the sun. Nice.
I wanted to be that one.
Yes!
Oh, look at you! Oh, way to one up me.
Sorry.
all
Nat
good.
20.
That's 20's great.
My 19 wasn't good enough.
All right, so you're
What was
both
it?
pretty sure
what
you
was
hear
it plus,
this.
though? It does, though.
No, 20's better, man.
I was just curious.
So, they are saying a foul bit of business that seems they got the girl too. Maybe she saw something she weren't supposed to. I would mean that the killer lives in this building. You think it could be one of the staff? Don't see what other option it could be. Oh no, they don't pay me to think, they pay me to search. We ought to get somebody in here who's paid to think.
Girl. Should we just bust out of the closet? I'm paid to think.
I thought I had that thought.
Let's do it, man. We are on the scene. We are on the case. Exactly. Private investigators.
I flushed out with my magnifying glass.
Yeah. Should we try it?
Up to you.
Sherlock and Watson.
This bitch. I feel like throwing some levity in this game. More power to you. This is
What does an
serious.
explorer's pack have in it?
Serious.
I mean, I have a disguise kit, but I don't think I have a
I kind of want to.
I disguised myself as a
Yeah.
completely different tobacco.
Would this be a performance or a persuasion check? Or
To
would it be
do
deception?
What? How about you tell me what you say, and I'll tell you what kind of check that is.
Part of me
You have
feels
an
like we should
explorer's
come
kit?
out of it as if we're searching down here anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like have that conversation of like, well, there's nothing in that secret passage there.
Maybe.
Kind of scenario.
I like it. And we could say that Barb hired us as special
Special agents on the
advisors.
case.
Yeah, exactly.
we
Special
have trip
advisors on the
badges?
case. Yeah, I wish we had
No, just the flip badge. You
Doctor-
flip it once,
yeah.
flip it down. They don't have enough
The-
time to see it.
the quick Doctor Who psychic paper. It's just like, you don't need our identification.
This is just a piece of paper that says I can do whatever I want.
Exactly. No, I like it. Yeah.
Magnifying glass is 100 gold pieces, by the way.
Holy cow!
Yeah, they're
Lenses
kinda
are expensive back then.
Yeah, fair touche.
rare. And it doesn't come in any pack.
Yeah, so I say we
not in
like
the VHD.
casually walk out, not
Yeah,
bust
no,
out, and,
totally.
and have that conversation.
Well, I say we start having the conversation
Of course.
now.
Yeah.
Right. So it sounds like
Kinda like
we're
we're
just
walking
like
up the
like
stairs,
we're just
yeah.
walking up the stairs and like we act like we're supposed to be
Yeah.
here. And
All right, I want.
I'll say
Do we have
that.
any idea who would know about this secret passage other than the fear hurt?
Well, obviously Bob knows about the secret passage. That's how
Barb?
we found it. Yeah. I
Is
say
it the
we just
sister?
yeah.
Whose sister's that?
His like strong arms.
Shatterhelm.
Yeah,
Xanthus's boy
it's Frank
knows
Azar's
about it.
sister. Okay, look, it's just
Have a
All right.
parents.
All right.
We found out about it through the
Right.
Xanthus.
But I was
priest.
curious to make it agreeable.
It's
to
definitely
them.
not common knowledge.
Yeah.
all the more
who would
reason.
know?
Well, maybe we won't have to add. Like less is more.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
We came out of the secret passage. They're looking around. We found the thing that.
Yeah.
So I say we go for it,
What
man.
did we find?
Well, we didn't find anything. What a lame
okay.
lead in
Okay.
the secret passage.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that?
Well, yeah, we didn't find much of anything. I thought something
Oi,
should
who
be.
are you?
Oh,
What are you doing in this broom closet?
While we're investigating the secret passage.
Charged to.
Were you not informed? Have you never? Did Bob not tell you? We're the special advisors. We're the thinking folks on this case. And y'all are doing a marvelous job, but things are in very dire straits here in this town, and why, that's why we were brought in.
Which one?
Roll me some deception there.
Finally. Yes.
Natural 20.
Win it, counts.
Showing up for the RP.
Oh, that makes total sense. Bob is usually the one sending the folks would think.
She's very good.
Boy, this is the weirdest Slavic accent I've ever done.
We're so poorly educated, we didn't even pick up the right accent.
And she, yeah.
Good thing we all sound the same, though, because it's much easier to tell if we're girls.
Well, seems like you've already paid off, being as you found a secret passage.
Well, we do aim to please. Now, you made a comment. I'm sorry. I thought I heard something about a woman was also taken.
Right, nasty bit of business. A woman was murdered here last night.
Murdered, you say?
I could see it. Cuts all over her body.
And
Do you know who this was?
I don't know. I'm assuming it was a step demon. On account of because all the moisture seems like it's going out of her body and it's the skin.
Where? And-
Why was she?
And the Führer
It is imperative
and
that
the
we see.
staff has been.
Oh, the staff is they're down at the station. Everybody's being questioned.
And the kid.
The kid, he's over at Dorgan's place.
Is he?
Yeah, along with the head of his staff, Daniel, I think his name was.
Right. I was told about that man. And have you already searched the quarters in the room?
Searched the quarters, found a lot of bloody poop, but unfortunately not much else.
Goddamn, you're a good soldier for doing this job.
I'll do my best.
Absolutely.
The Fuhrer is lucky to have you.
Hope so.
The new Führer, that is.
Oh,
Where was this? Where was she murdered? This woman.
Well, her own bed, unfortunately. If you head up this out into the main part of the house, up one floor, hers is a third bedroom on the right.
We certainly need to go check that out.
Absolutely. Thank you for your help.
Oh, of course. Always happy to help a thinking folks.
Likewise. Well, it's good to have you on the team.
And if you find somebody,
thank you.
if you find anything else of note, please come tell us.
Will do.
You'll know where
Will
we
do.
are.
Look for the thinky man. And the thinky woman who's a cat.
Yeah.
Don't think too hard.
It's really distracting, I'm sorry. I
It's
tried
a-
not to say anything.
It's a whole. You did.
Well, thank God someone did, because I was thinking it too.
You did great.
Thank you.
And yeah, we whisk away. pretty hastily.
Those are some trustworthy folks.
I really think they have a
Good feeling.
good head on their shoulders of that cat, for sure.
And that purple one, I'm not sure about him either.
Okay.
So yeah, up to the murder scene, I suppose, and see what's there.
To the murder scene.
The second murder scene.
So, you open the door up, and Mino Moreland.
Yes.
Stinky poo.
Let's give me a perception check with your sunlight-based disadvantage.
That's fair. Not terrible. Perception gets to be double, so that's a 15.
15.
Yep.
Very nice. Okay.
Which is the proficiency.
So
14.
I will describe
14.
the 14. Okay, that's
Sorry,
fair.
bit.
Still enough to get you something.
Fair.
So I will describe the scene, and then I will tell you what Mino Moreland sees.
Oh, proficiency bonus is doubled.
Yeah.
It all went up this time.
Yeah.
Shoot, I didn't do my math yet.
Possibly slightly more than that.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Anyways.
fine. You see the
Great.
thing.
More than that. Great.
You
Sorry.
see- all right. So you enter the room to find a distressingly familiar sight. The body of a youngish woman lies on her bed with several what look like open wounds crisscrossing across her body. Her skin is incredibly pale and dry. Roll medicine.
Death song strikes again.
Do we?
I know nobody has that, but let's try.
No, you're cool.
Jack of all trades.
I'm no doctor, but I'll take a look.
How many bardic inspirations do you get?
I have 4.
You can save it. Let's see how it goes.
14.
14?
That was better than me.
Better than you. Mino, they are definitely bloody wounds and they look almost like slashes. But as you follow the contours of where her skin cracks, they look more like lesions to you.
Okay.
And the window open, drapes open. Apparently, she was quite hot before she died.
As was.
You see what looks like a slender outline made of tiny specks of blackness. Just for a brief moment, floating around the window before some unseen breeze causes it all to just float out into the town.
No, grab it!
I don't think we can grab the wind.
Did you not see that?
You did not.
I did not.
Oh, black wisps just came out of nowhere and floated into the wind.
And I'm sure they look like a bird man with a face.
I don't know if it looked like that.
You didn't really catch anything that
really-
looked like a face.
It wasn't corporeal.
It was just-
like a mist.
But a figure of some kind.
It looked like some sort of weird,
Black
like
mist figure.
almost like a cloud of bugs, but very, very small.
Oh.
And it just kind of like it seemed like it was floating around the window before like the wind caught it, and it all got
Shapes as mass.
Oh. Do
You recognize the woman from your dream.
so. Good. Good. That poor refugee.
Even though I don't have the tincture, I'm going to try to cast Speak with Dead and see if it works.
It does not work.
Well,
Do
don't have that anymore. Do we have the bag?
It wouldn't be magical. But I was thinking, do we take this dead body to the doctor?
That's what I'm saying.
You had to like
Yeah.
wheel it through town in a cart.
Bring out your dad.
I mean, if the the first thing I want to do.
Would that not be like part and parcel to an investigation? They wouldn't take it to a doctor.
I don't know. How
I mean,
this
they don't
town-
exactly have DNA
I
evidence.
don't know how this town works. In
Where's the forensics lab?
They're gonna work. It's gonna work
Detective,
how
we
you
found a
tell
bucket of the
Either way,
killer's
either
blood
way.
outside the door.
If you want, let's see.
Gross.
Yes.
Mop it up.
Yeah, so let's go.
Get some of the
I
poopy
think
blood.
one of us should wrap it in linens,
Oh, we should definitely wrap it up.
and one of us.
They're stealing a body, folks. Don't mind us. Bye. We're the thinking people.
Yes, no, I agree. I'm gonna go.
You want to wrap the body up, or do you want?
Well, do you want to do the talking or do you want to do the rapping? That's what it comes down to.
Oh yes.
You're a bard. Do the rap.
He just walks back.
Subscribe to PeakD&D for more quality content.
He just walks back. The corpse is still there, and I'm just like.
Yeah, exactly.
My name is Mino, and I'm here to
Oh
say.
god, just stop. I mean, I don't care, man.
I want
Either
to
way.
solve this murder in the
You're
same
gonna have the
way.
disembodied, manifestation of the plague, like rap battling you for the fate of the town before this is over.
Yes.
You know
Because
this
every
will happen.
game I make turns into crazy shit like that eventually.
I mean, at least that's an option.
I'll start getting the linens.
Of your potential options, that is certainly one of them.
So then I'm gonna
was
go find
never
the
an
card.
option.
That's
some
what,
some sort of device that will
Alright.
kind of mask whatever will.
Okay, so then I would like to go back and find the 2 guards that we spoke to already.
Yes.
And I'm gonna close the door behind you.
Yes. And
Okay.
on the way, are there? I've got claws. So if I see any drapes,
Oh, there are drapes.
yeah. So I'm just gonna cut 2 pieces of drape, for us to tie around our faces, given that there's something blowing around out there and whatnot.
Great. I don't think it's too late for me. I don't know about that, but
I mean, I don't know either, man. But and then I'm gonna go find those 2 guards
Be degrees to it.
and find those guards.
All right, you find them still searching through.
Yeah,
We need a rope and a shovel. They're on the verge of going to check the bloody excrement bucket again.
I understand.
No, you poke it with a stick. I'm not gonna do. I'll do
If I
last time.
could, one of you fine gentlemen, is there a cart on the premise? Do you know?
I would assume so.
Yes, like out back. Would you mind coming with me? We need to find a cart. That dead body of that poor woman could be a very important matter for investigation. We need to get it properly looked at.
Investigate the body.
Yeah, I know. It's
Of
all
a
right.
murder?
You're blowing my mind.
Well, this is why Bob brought us in the first place. So yes, we're just gonna get. If you could help.
Let
me
us
find
do
that
what the
cart-
trustworthy Catwoman says to do.
This is the reason I became a god.
I like these people. Finally, sensible folks.
do what they're told.
I love the lawful neutral. Okay.
I told you, Nigel.
Yeah.
I told you at breakfast in the barracks. I said, today's going to be a special day. You were right.
Yeah, and so gonna go get a cart.
All right, so
Or a wheelbarrow.
And I'm actually, as we go by, I'll cut them other masks too to make it seem more official, like to protect
whoa,
themselves.
are we witches now?
No, there's a reason to believe that whatever killed this poor woman might be lurking out and about in the air.
Oh, and if he
So-
can't see our mouths, he doesn't know we're planning to take him down.
And you said you were not a thinker.
Well, you know I dabble.
Yes, you do.
That's a lovely compliment.
He like puts it on upside down.
Yeah, just like, like a scarf, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then,
Well, if I don't cover my nose, it's fine, right?
absolutely. We wouldn't want your glasses to fog.
Oh, look, a free chin strap.
Yep. Yeah. And then go get a cart and get back to the room with the body.
All right. Yep, they help you get a cart and load the woman into it.
Rap.
Yeah. Y'all
Oh, it was very tasteful. It'll be way less frightening for children that way.
Do you suppose we should label it evidence and just let them take it?
I think I can think of nothing better to do. Evidence.
Yeah, and if there was and if there was just like a blanket, I would also just grab that just to like throw over, so it doesn't just like carrying it.
That was my
corpse.
that was my thought, was like to wrap it up pretty nicely and then have other stuff on top of it.
Yeah, we do that.
Okay, fair enough. So, nobody who doesn't, stop and sniff will be aware of what you're
Hopefully
doing.
Sure.
wrapping up job.
Oh,
I use
actually,
like every linen I can find.
To be honest, I have prestidigitation as one of my cantrips today, so I'll just make it smell not decaying that bad.
I don't know what it smells like, but definitely not like a dead body.
Yeah, like potpourri or something.
Great.
This is just like cold case files.
Yeah.
This is just like cold case files.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, great. You've got it. A cart full of blankets smelling vaguely of potpourri.
Perfect.
That's more than you had this morning.
See, we're making progress. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
You're doing it, Mr. Watley. All
I'm
right,
doing it, Mr. Watley.
back to the doctor.
All right, you are headed back to the doctor. Now, the most direct route
with the dead body, thereby
takes
mitigating
you
the
through a
impact
part of
both.
town. This is where you got into a scrap with some Rushmany toughs.
We should avoid that part if we can.
All right. As you recognize the neighborhood and begin to skirt it, you notice something untoward.
Right.
It seems like somehow ash is still being blown into the air from somewhere.
Are we sure it's ash, or
And
is it not this black
there
stuff that
are-
I just saw?
Virtually no people on the street. Like, people do not want to be outside in whatever this is.
Yeah.
The district, like, is super, super quiet, and you have a really sort of unsettled feeling about just being here.
Oh, good.
Something doesn't seem 100% right to you.
Is there any way to avoid this area and get to?
Oh yeah, you could certainly skirt the neighborhood. It just, your path takes you close to it,
Enough to
and
notice.
this is what you see.
Great. Well, we'll put that on the list. Talk to Natoya, or yeah, to Nadoya about.
Does it seem like ash for sure, or is it the black stuff that I just saw?
Well, ash is definitely a component to it.
Okay.
If you stay for a few minutes and really study it, it does begin to look like there's not just ash in the air. Like, you can see, like, almost like a wiggling, like looking at a cloud of flies. It looks like there are almost like flies stuck in the ash.
Triss, that's what I was talking about. How was it we came out of the room?
Oh, delightful.
And that's why this place is like this.
And that's the black stuff that exploded out of you in
Where
my
are the-
dream.
Where are the kids with the grenades? I'm sure fire wouldn't be good with it.
Call in the
Oi.
King Brigade.
Kids with grenades?
Yeah, you see Muff.
Just the young man I was looking for.
So I heard. So what's going on?
That's a great question now, isn't it?
Go you.
Yeah, I was hoping you could tell me.
Well, now.
Yeah, take one of these scarves first.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
them around your face. Just
Cool.
like ours.
All right, now let's.
Did you steal this from the Fierce house?
Level, we did.
Oh, heck yeah.
Now, who are you? Do you have any family in this town? Are you on your
Only
own?
my chosen family.
All right, and how many of them are you responsible for?
We look out for each other.
I know you do, and I know you're in charge, and I'm trying to be on your side here. But this town, bad things are happening in this town. You know it.
Kind of looks past you to the to the like rows and rows of houses that are like being dusted with ash. Okay, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, and this is, and I don't mean to say, but there is a war going on in this town, and the enemy, we all need to band together to try and help somebody. So I'm curious.
The grown-ups fucked it up, didn't they?
The grown-ups always fuck it up, young man.
I know.
I know. Now, you got a little cadre. You can be all over the city. You and your friends, I imagine.
I ain't saying I can't.
I know you're not. So now there's going to be a lot of coordination that needs to happen between disparate elements of the city, and we can only be in one place at a time. So would you be willing to help us save this city, to save your city?
Got any more grenades?
Oh, I got all sorts of fun things.
Yeah, all right.
Out of curiosity, what'd you do with that first grenade?
Put it somewhere safe.
Oh, good, smart boy, smart boy.
You know, saving it for a rainy day.
No, I think that's a very wise choice. All right. Are you aware of the mine grounds and what's happening in the mines?
I know a bunch of grown-ups went in there about a week ago and haven't come out since.
That's right. And how many? Do you know how many guards on front of these mines?
Quite a few. It's usually pretty hard to sneak in. Usually.
But you know a way in
I'm not saying I don't.
or a way out.
Not saying I don't.
Now that would be some very helpful information to share.
I haven't been there. But Taiki has. I'll talk to her.
All right, so we're gonna go head to the good doctor's house right now. Could you perhaps speak to Taiki and
Meet us there later.
yeah,
Yeah, I could do that.
I appreciate you, sir. I look forward to doing business in our partnership, and I reach out my claws.
So you reach out your claws, you're gonna shake Little Muff's hand, and you hear a sound.
Is it bells?
Dong. Dong.
It's the bells.
You hear the loud tolling of church bells. And a beat later, the Fira's house begins to ring with bells as well. In perfect unison.
Do you know what those bells mean?
It's calling the Ukon. It means an emergency.
Indeed.
I'll talk to Taiki.
Appreciate you. There's a chance we may be. Wait, he told
Going
us.
to the same
Go to the
place.
cathedral, he said.
Yeah. So we're just gonna wheel a dead body to the cathedral.
We'll just park it outside.
Up to you.
We'll park it
You mean this
outside.
basket of potpourri? I don't know what you're talking about. I couldn't possibly.
How many
Baked
presentations?
cinnamon rolls, fresh bread.
It's a cantrip.
How long? But I can only have like 3 going at once.
We'll just let one end and do
yeah.
it again.
Yeah.
We'll
Make it look like a
we'll
basket
park it
of-
outside.
Yeah.
Just leave it outside. We'll put it in a bush or something.
Up to
Just
an hour.
park it in a bush.
Up to an hour. Yeah, I will prestidigitate this cart to look as awesome as it can for an hour.
All right.
And on the hour to re-up its scent.
All right. So, headed back to the cathedral then?
I guess.
Suppose.
All right.
And tell Muff that's where we're gonna be.
The effect of walking through the streets. Suddenly, those bells just kind of changed the whole vibe of the place. People,
good bells.
when you see them, are moving quickly somewhere. Some of them appear to be headed to their homes. Some of them appear to be headed somewhere else. Some of them appear to be going the same direction you are, toward the cathedral.
Okay.
But the sound of the bells, the acoustics of it are really remarkable. Because the effect of the bells ringing at the cathedral and at the Fira's house, where you guys are in town, it always sounds a little too sharp, like the bell is like right next to you when it rings.
That's an incredible feature.
You should learn more for your stage show.
I should.
Some surround sound.
Gotta put it in different corners of the room.
Exactly.
Everyone has to stand in the middle.
So you guys roll up with your cart.
We do. Nothing to see here.
And I'm still at the doctor's.
Well,
you didn't go to the doctor's?
We were told to come here.
yeah, from the doctor, so part of me feels like we're gonna see you guys
Oh,
here.
is the doctor leaving too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Take me with
you. Don't worry, you're coming.
Take me to Triss.
You're what we call
Dawson Jones.
No, my
I'm hallucinating. I'm hallucinating. Don't listen to me.
Who the hell is Triss? Anyway,
Dawson Jones of Klein Jaguar.
thank you for breaking up the bells. So you guys roll up to the cathedral. There is a large crowd of people outside the cathedral.
Nothing to see.
They are all, some of them are yelling, but most of them are just quietly watching, very concerned. As they see you, the human sea kind of parts, and they do not impede your path into the cathedral.
Oh, nice.
Potpourri salesman, go through.
Excuse, like walking by someone who seems like mildly approachable. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is the Dr. Xantis here already?
He is.
I thank you. yeah. Don't hit a rock. Don't hit a rock. yeah. Oh God.
Roll dexterity.
All right.
I wasn't kidding. Roll
Is that
dexterity.
tie-dye red?
Roll dexterity.
Whoever's
Oh.
driving the cart.
Who is driving? I'll drive the cart. I'll be driving the cart.
Sounds great.
Great.
We have good dexes.
We do. That is a 15.
Okay, you do not spill the dead body into anybody.
Awesome. And I guess there's already one in the cathedral, so.
All right. You enter the cathedral. You see within still the Fira lying in the center altar. Around him has quite a group gathered. Nadolia is here, of course. Standing next to her is an absolutely huge man with dirty blonde hair knotted back into a ponytail and lots of white streaked into his beard. There is a squat dwarf man that you recognize as Dorgan Shatterhelm from your first night here. With him is a dwarvish woman with sort of iron gray hair, and it's sort of gathered into a bun. You're pretty sure it's held up with a small length of chain and not a hair tie. It looks like if she went outside during a freeze, it would just shatter.
Word.
There is Xantis and Reuben and Atoya, all standing on one side of the body. And they appear to have brought a good little coconut with them.
Hello.
Well, at least he's being a good
With
coconut.
the dwarves is a very fraught-looking man in his early 20s with juggling like 4 different books and lots of notes.
The steward, I assume.
Indeed. And also present is young Vlad Stryanoga.
Hooray.
Wait, is he he's the boy king?
He is the boy king,
Okay,
as
yeah.
it were.
Vlad.
They all turn to regard you. They shoot Xantis a look. Our community faces an outbreak. We're going to need your help. And I think that is where we will wrap for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another episode of PeakD&D.
Contagion.
Can't wait to see how this goes. Join us next time, folks.
Probably
Thanks for-
well.
Super well. It's the only possibility.